Hey ladies and gentlemen, Richard Core Kenobi here, and I'm back again for another review. And today we are going to be reviewing the newest Powerpuff Girls special, The Power of Four. Now, I know not many people were looking forward to this. I was one of them, because I thought it was for dumb marketing and rating purposes to add a fourth Powerpuff Girl and not give her a reason to earn her place to exist. So, I tuned into the special on Sunday to give it a chance, and I gave it the benefit of the doubt. Now, what I'm going to be doing is that I will be doing a non-spoiler review for this, because I know some of you may be curious, and you most likely want to go into this and judge it for your own, because I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you guys to make your own opinions and conclusions. So, yes, that is what I'm going to be doing. However, I will be talking about some of the things in the special that may seem spoilerly and just give my overall thoughts. So yes, for this non-spoiler review, I'm going to just give you my general thoughts, and basically you all want to know how was it. So that's what we're going to be doing. Also too, please go down and check out my friend Archaic King, because he's debating on whether or not he should also review this. And I think you guys would love his channel. Please go and support him. Thank you again. So let's go ahead and do this. So, just out the bat, how was this special? It was okay. Not bad, not good, not terrible, not perfect. Just okay. And I know that constitutes a lot, because then everyone's just gonna be like, oh, so it was just okay. Yes, in my opinion, it was just okay. Now, some of you are going to have your own different opinions. That's fine. But I'm just here to tell you, I thought it was okay. But that's not what you mostly want to hear. So, let's just go ahead and get into it. So, basically, special sees the Powerpuff Girls going to see the Space Tow Truck movie, and shit happens, and basically, Bliss, the fourth Powerpuff Girl, shows up after being thought as an imaginary friend. When, spoilers, okay, this is a kind of a spoilish, but I don't understand how it is, but if you don't want to hear this, then click out in 3, 2, 1. Bliss is actually Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup's older sister. Now, some of you may have saw that coming, and honestly, quite frankly, I knew they were going to do that. I knew this imaginary friend angle was just a ruse. So, yes, Bliss is the sister, and it turns out that, you know, the Powerpuff Girls were not the first. Now, I'm not going to go into this entire backstory, because, again, it is spoilerly. It does contain spoilers, and quite frankly, there are a lot of inconsistencies and plot holes in this, so I will not mention that. So, yes, but basically, the general idea is to see if Bliss can become a Powerpuff Girl and get her own powers under control. And basically, she's spending the whole half-hour special trying to prove herself. And then there's a twist that happens, and then certain things require her to take off. She doesn't die, but takes off. So yes, I apologize if I'm being very, very vague about this, but again, I want everyone to go in with fresh expectations. So yeah, just off of that, it was okay. The jokes actually there were some jokes that were funny. I was surprised on how funny some of the jokes were, but there was a lot of missed jokes. Like, the jokes, when they fell flat, they just fell. It was really lazy. And there's also this villain of this special who has a backstory, and yes, I know I'm using a lot of air quotes here, but trust me, you'll know when you see it. And every time he appears, there's a joke to him, and the joke is completely redundant and overdone. He appears like 3 times, and after a while, it's just like, oh my god, stop, we get the joke. And also, too, I was really disappointed in how everyone was in this special. Especially Professor Utonium. Oh yeah, he is a complete jackass in this. It is very bad. Like, we all complained on how the professor in the original was stemming along the lines of being selfish and kind of an asshole, while at the same time being a decent father. The original show would walk those lines, and even the movie rectified that by having him just be, no, 100% pure guy who's learning to be a father. But this special decides, fuck all of that, let's just go back to how the original do it. But mostly let's have him walk the lines of being an asshole. So, yes, to what capacity, I can't say. So, yes, even the Powerpuff Girls themselves are kind of assholes in this, and everyone is out of character in this, like, literally, and there are a few, and the twists that keep coming and coming, some of them are either pretty decent twist, or some of them are just, that makes no sense twist. Yeah, it's one of those. So, I honestly was just mind-blown by how this special was jumping back and forth between being pretty decent to just pretty average for a Powerpuff Girl 2016 episode. And it was really, in the end, but in the last third act of this special, it was basically going back to how the original series was, and then it just goes its own direction and pretty much just has it just end. I can't talk about the ending because you need to see it to understand and believe what I'm talking about. But if you guys do know what I'm talking about, please down below, if you have questions for me about that, just be patient. I will answer those questions, but please do not spoil them for others because I really want them to go into this with the freshest amount of mind. That being said, this special was just okay, as it was nice that they put effort into this. Like, seriously, even the animation towards the end, it was actually really good. Like, the colors popped more, there was more flavor and action in it, and it didn't feel cheap. However, despite all of that, despite them giving us the bare minimum and putting their heart and effort into trying to get us to come back and give this show ratings and just support it, I honestly don't think this needed to be a movie special. Like, it could have just been an hour-long episode. It didn't need to go this route. And that's the thing. You would think that there's been so much build-up for this that it would have sort of an epic scale to it. Like, that's the thing. When older shows did this back in the golden age of CN, there was weight to them. There was a reason why this felt like a big event, epic. Everything was on an epic scale. But nowadays, those specials, unfortunately, there have been some that have been able to do that, but this one is not one of them. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it was nice, it was funny, and you do actually feel bad for Bliss, and you do grow to like her and understand, but my ultimate problem with this special is that the jokes were flat, everything was redundant, there were inconsistencies that made no fucking sense, there were plot holes that I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball would just look at and laugh at. And finally, it just overall felt like a typical average episode with a mixture of what made the original so great. And I feel that that was not what this needed to get back out there. Because, see, that's the thing. Teen Titans Go, for example, I hate to give that show credit, but they actually do put a lot of thought and creativity into their own specials. Like, they have done that, and this did not. It tried, but it just overall felt into a big pool of okay. So, yes, but again, there were good moments. Bliss herself was nice, some of the jokes were funny, and I overall did like the last fight that happens in the end, but I just felt like this could have been so much more than just them trying to sucker in ratings, because, see, that's ultimately what the problem with this is. This was not made because they wanted to do it for the love And basically, it wasn't just done so they could try something new, but experiment and give their own take on it, even if it has been done before. No, none of that. They just did it for ratings and marketing. That's it. This wasn't done for pure purposes like they're gonna make us believe. It was just done to get us to watch it. And I feel that overall, when it comes down to it, that's really not how a special for Cartoon Network should be. I mean, I look at a lot of specials on other shows, and they've put so much heart and energy and effort into this. This had half of it. So while I'm done dancing around this, again, I apologize if I cannot fully talk about it in depth and I can't give you guys my thoughts on the spoilers, because I really want you guys to go into this with your own expectations, with your own thoughts, and I want you guys to judge it for yourselves, because again, I don't want my opinion to be taken as the ultimate fact that something sucks or something is awesome. I want you guys to make that decision for yourselves. So with this being said, overall, the Powerpuff Girls special, the Power of 4, gets a 6 out of 10. Again, it's above average, it's okay, it's harmless, but that's the thing. You expect the Powerpuff Girls to do an awesome, epic movie special, and sadly, you don't get that. But what you do get is serviceable and passable, and I think I had a lot of fun watching it, and I actually was getting excited, and I felt like a little kid again watching the last act. So I'll give them credit for that, and overall, this was just okay. So, yes, guys, if you enjoyed this review, then please like, comment, subscribe. If you have seen the special and you know what I'm talking about and you know why I can't talk about it, then just let me know down below. If you have any questions for me on what I thought about this and that, then I will be happy to answer them. But I implore you, please do not spoil this. I really want people, if people are going to make their own reviews of this, they need to go in with a clean and not knowing mindset. So, yes, guys. But until then, my fellow Cartoon Network fans, this is Richard Corkinobi saying, may the Force be with you. I'll see you later, guys.